So he was spending less than Nixon did, if that says anything.
So some of my conservative buddies who are talk to me about when all these Trump tax cuts are good, and they harken back to Reaganomics, and then I call them out. They say the failure of Reaganomics was the Democrats' problem, or the Democrats' fault.
No, this was definitely under Congress at the time, and at the beginning it was a Republican Congress. So yeah, I mean, to me it always falls to both parties. If you're in Congress, it's Congress as a whole. But really, if you look at Republicans even now, hey, we're going to pass all these tax cuts. Well, where's the money going to come from? Well, we're going to cut spending. And they passed the tax cut bills. Everyone's happy. And where's the spending bill? They didn't cut the spend. They didn't. They once again shifted the second part away. And you know, you see it on a regular basis with them. That is probably one of their biggest problems. They don't want to cut spending, but they want to cut taxes. So less money coming in, but same amount of money going out does not help us.
Well, let's see. I would love to have a third person here who is on the Republican side, like a really diehard Republican.
Well, and I normally fall to, you know, I say I'm more conservative, but I do tend to lean more moderate, right in the middle between the two. And I'm just reading what it's showing right here off of Reaganomics. He reduced regulations, it tamed inflation, it got us out of the recession. However, it tripled our debt.
I'm not, so I'm registered legally as a Republican in Florida, right? And I've been so since high school, and I didn't know what I was doing in high school. And I'm not trying to crap on the Republicans, but I agree. They make sense sometimes. Other times they don't make sense, and they feign ignorance, or they try to tell you something that's not true. You see it. Someone stands up and they say, "This is the best thing," and you know, they're a car dealer. You know, it's like, this is the best thing ever known. And then it's not.
Well, exactly. And I feel that way about both parties, both sides.
Oh, surely.
I'm definitely more, you know, I said I'm registered Republican, but I'm sure when you hear me talking, you're like, that's not a Republican thought process. I fall towards the center, and I will crap on either party who's doing us wrong, because I like to call it down the middle what the facts are. But I do with everything in my life, not just politics. I'm a very factual-based person. There it is. You know, the truth is what comes out of it at the end.
Exactly. You can't look at the history on Reaganomics and say that was the best thing that happened.
No.
If it brought us into so much debt. And then you go, instead of saying that, oh yeah, I was mistaken, you're going to go shift the blame. Oh, it was Clinton. It was the Democrats. It was everyone else but the Republican president.
It definitely, you know, I said it falls to Congress at that point, and they were Republicans. So guess what? I shift that's where it belongs. Yeah, Reaganomics did what it said. What the problem was, it did good for the purpose it was built for. It did good for, and that followed for a while. But the debt part, as soon as the Republicans won't vote on a spending bill, and they won't reduce spending, and they shift it. You know how they like moving money around and make it look good. But we, the people, suffer the consequences of that, because the money still has to come from somewhere.